number, and some cases don't need to record the duplicate values for incremental perspective, I would say. Then we can also move on to views. So views will going to be very helpful in the SQL. So what will happen, and why we are using the views? I will just brief about the views and what exactly the views is. Views is nothing but virtual tables. Views is nothing but a virtual tables. So we are storing so much information in your table, and why we are using a views concepts here. I'm also declaring something called as a virtual table. What exactly it means? So virtual table does whoever want, or which values or which columns you required, or which columns or which values you're going to be required, you can be end up with that. You can end up with that. You can retrieve from using the metadata or the table. So what is the advantage to get rid from the views is to store your queries. To store your queries. So what will happen to store your queries? Metadata may not be helpful after completion of your debugging or the execution completion in your MySQL side or any side. So at that time, virtual tables such as views is going to be very helpful to store your queries. So let's see how does the advantages and what is the basic syntaxes to create the views by using the SQL. So yeah, the basic theoretical part you will also read about. The views is going to be very helpful, like a virtual kind of the tables, and we're going to be exhibiting some of the queries to store in the RDMS. It's going to be very helpful defining the query and creating the virtual or views. So yeah, you can create a creative views like this. Create a view name, use given the specific view name, and also the given as alias for that matter, select, and also the statement with corresponding to the table name. Yeah, let's see how does that going to be very helpful. Yeah, so here you can see creating a view with corresponding the contact, employee contacts has select first name, last name, email, and phone number, department name from employee table. Okay, so from employee table, we are just creating a view to select all these columns, so only preferable columns, we'll say. And department IDs inner joining with departments ID, and ordered by first name, so that we will eventually get as a view with corresponding to these columns and some conditions we are just encountering with the order by. And also you can see here we are just retrieving the information as the same as the column names what we had. You can also modify some of the columns with respect to that. That is also very helpful to you creating the results at the end. And you can also see select star from employee contacts. This is the overall table we had, raw table you can say. So you can apply some of the filters on top of it, like minimum or maximum or average kind of the thing, and also the like statement we are going to be perform, and also the group statement for a job. So you will eventually get these kind of the results after completion of your metadata applying the filters. So what will happen to modify SQL views? If you want, we already see how to define your tables and how to modify your tables, and also you can see transaction control tables. We have seen so many different languages, right? So at the time you realize why we don't we apply for the views. We can also apply for the views, some of the cases, modify a view, editing a view, or anything you want to be add the columns or anything you want to be specified. Create or replace a view. This is basic syntax to replace or the modify the view. So given some alias or some given view name corresponding to the first name and last name, and also the job department, some of the columns you're going to be retrieved. So I'm just selecting, obviously has selecting some of the columns, first name, last name, job title, department name, and the salary with joining with job IDs. And also I'm joining with department IDs, so that I will get the eventually three different kind of the tables to get rid from these values. So yeah, this is very helpful. You can see the payroll. If you print the payroll, you will get all different values with corresponding department and also the salary. So removing or dropping, this is also straightforward. So drop view corresponding to the view name. That's it. So you can drop those views and you will get the eventual views. So these are the simple basic try to understand the views, why we are doing the views, and what are the different functionalities we have in the views, how to create it, how to drop it, and what are the different basic analysis we have done in the tables files. We can also analyze in the views file. So this is very eventually useful, I would say, in the practical oriented knowledge or practical oriented industry. We are creating more number of the views. And also the Power BI is going to be very helpful after completion of your views. Power BI, we are going to be retrieve all the views, whatever you written or whatever you have done in the past queries. They will going to return to some of the visualization in the Power BI side. Yeah, I hope you understood. So let's wrap up this class, and the next class we can discuss the other topics. Thank you.